In this video, we are going to practice balancing a chemical equation. The first step is to write the unbalanced equation. This reaction is between methane and oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water. Once you have the basic equation written, the next step is to count the number of each type of atom in the reactants and products. To do this, draw a line between both sides of the equation and then list out each individual element found on either side of the equation. This is a combustion reaction. A simple tip to help in balancing combustion reactions is to always balance in the order of carbon, hydrogen, and then oxygen. So let's get started. Looking on the reactant side, there's 1 carbon, 4 hydrogen, and 2 oxygen. On the product side, there is 1 carbon, 2 hydrogen, and 3 oxygen. Notice that oxygen is found in both products, so it must be counted in the carbon dioxide and in the water. Once we've done the counting of our atoms, the next step is to compare the reactants and products. Notice that the same number of carbons are on both sides of the equation, but hydrogen and oxygen differ in their values on each side. That means they need to be balanced. You can ask yourself, does the same number of atoms appear on both sides of the reaction? If not, the equation is not balanced. The next step is to add coefficients to increase the number of atoms or molecules. The coefficients are placed in front of each molecule in the reaction. Let's look at hydrogen first. Hydrogen has 4 atoms on the reactant side, but only 2 on the product side. If a 2 is added in front of water, that changes hydrogen to 4 total. It also changes oxygen to 4 total because now there are 2 oxygen in the water plus the 2 oxygen in the carbon dioxide. Our hydrogen are now balanced, but oxygen is not. To balance oxygen, we can go to the reactant side and add a 2 in front of the oxygen molecule. Once this 2 is added, there are now 4 total oxygen. The final step in balancing an equation is to check your answer. We need to compare both reactants and products. There is now an equal number of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen on each side of the reaction, so our equation is balanced.